FXBros.
Thanks, man. Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, people? We live. We are live. This is June 23rd, Sunday, 8 p.m. Another live. We also live on the gram. You heard me? I got like 30,000 people on live. Yeah. If y'all were following us, I mean, granted, we don't do too much, but I think I posted some stuff on Thursday on Instagram and on the Telegram in our group. But we basically took targets off these bearish engulfings. I got them listed here. We had one right here at 7 a.m. on Thursday morning. Then we had another one late night pre-London at 1 a.m. So that was if you was up. But nonetheless, this Thursday one pretty much caught you, allowed you to get in the trades. Even from this area here, we had like all these highs with all these rejection wicks. And then during London, we get this one swing high that really kind of set the pace for the buyers to feel like the need for the market to continue higher, which we all know that was just a liquidity sweep, and the market never seen that high again. And since then, following that sweep of London at 7 a.m., we had the bearish engulfing on the 1 hour. I'm not sure if we had on the 4 hour too. Yes, we did. Yeah, Jay was talking about that. Wednesday, prior to that Thursday morning bearish engulfing on the 1 hour, we had one on Wednesday on the 4 hour at and that one closed at 1 o'clock in the morning. So you would have had to been up for that one to see it close and actually become a bearish engulf. That wasn't until I said 1 o'clock in the morning or midnight, pretty much. So midnight, you had to wait for that to close. But that was on Wednesday. Let's see what Wednesday looked like on the 1 hour. This is Wednesday here, going into that evening, which is right here. We had no bearish engulfing on the 1 hour. Not the color change for that, but this was close, but it wasn't. It didn't fully close. The body didn't fully close under this open, so we didn't catch that. So we really didn't get our initial 1 hour bearish engulfing to that following morning on Thursday at 7 o'clock. So since then, we've been in sales. I know I've been in sales since then. I got targets down here, but I'm kind of skeptical if they're going to reach all the way down to 66, 20, 10, and 65, or 66 flat. Damn near. 65, 95, 66 flat. Yeah. Work a little bit better. So to monitor this trade, one, of course, moving our stop losses in the profit at least about 10 pips. But the other thing, as far as what can get us out of the trade, I would say ultimately this sell setup seems valid unless if we get a close back above 66.70, this double high. Market may want to test this high, which would be a nice area, another area for sales if we get rejection. But if we get price hovering, or especially if we pass here, first step is 66.60. 66.59. If we close above here, the body closes above here, then it's a high probability that we either gonna sweep or close above here. So I would reduce or probably have, most of your stop loss right up in here. Because if we get to this area and push higher, um, this could be a situation where this gap may not be respected as far as a rejection. We may just push straight through it. And if we do continue to build bullish momentum to these highs, one good indicator, which is like multiple rejections, a strong resistance, even like we saw before here. If we're going to continue past that, the only way that's going to justify a breakthrough is a big body bullish candle, something similar to this bearish candle we have here at 9 o'clock in the morning on Friday. Like for instance, if you see here, you see how we had this rejection right here. We needed a big body candle to push through that. These rejections right here coincide with this rejection right here. We needed a big body candle right here to push through. Nothing weak, none of these smaller bodies, none of that. It's going to be something forceful. So if we get here and we are, projecting that we are going to see these highs taken out and closed above, then look for it to open near like the 66.50, 66.45 area, and then push high all the way through to 66.75, or 66.72 to 75. I would say in that range. But nonetheless, the market can easily retrace back up into the 66.55 area. So I'm gonna expect that if we do get that high. But ultimately, same thing as breaking this high for a bullish continuation. This support we starting to create right here, um, we would need to see a strong body candle just tank through this. And initially, we want to see it break this low, which is 66.32-ish. We want to see it break through that, and then we should see a continuation through here. So granted, I can see that. I can see that happening. I ain't number 5 pips. This is the beginning of this candle, so I could see a situation where maybe we might break the lower here and just hover and probably close just like how we are right now with a wick, and then the next candle just tank. That would be a nice scenario for continuation. Hopefully we'll break through these take profits I have, like a 66.20, 66.10, and 65.95 ultimately. So yeah, that's what we're looking for on a 1 hour. 4 hour, same scenario. But take all this out. 4 hour, we got the similar scenario. Like I said, we started with a week. This is one of the best engulfing, but it is one. Like I said, our indicator for just the engulfing candle. That's all it does. Just pops the arrow above the color change engulfing pattern that we look for. And once we see that, we can enter. And typically, we would see these happen and form on a 1 hour first, and then the 4 hour would play into that. And typically it would happen in that same time frame. So that 4 hour candle, the 4 hours that create that 4 hour candle, it would also have a 1 hour engulfing bearish or bullish in that phase. So we didn't get that, and the reason why is because this candle is weak as hell. So it's a lot of bullish rejection coming from those that sell off. So that's why we got this weak ass 4 hour candle. But nonetheless, the market respected it, especially after sweeping these highs. Then, as you can see, we had support on the 4 hour, strong support with bullish rejection coming at 66.48. We had wick rejection, and like I said, if we have strong support or strong resistance, the way you determine if we, forcefully are going to break through this and it's going to be a continuation, bearish or bullish, is you're going to see it confirmed with a big. Now, granted, if this candle would have closed, like the body of this candle would have closed up here, then we probably would have been seeing some continuation, but it would have been a play to reverse. This move could be a continuation to test these lows down here. Especially if we don't reject this gap, if we not just only filling this gap, which would hold us at 66.29, 66.30 really. And like I said, I got targets down here. So that'll let me know if we're not gonna get to these targets if the 4 hour holds right here. Let me see, do I have anything? I don't need that, but I could draw this gap right here just to help kind of highlight what I'm looking for right here. As long as we don't break through that, we good. Even though I got a whole bunch of colors going on right now. Change this up a little bit. So we don't want to see the market break through that if we're going to turn around and go bullish. If we do, then it's a higher chance that we may hit our take profit down here. Like I said, the market will continue down. I want to test this low and potentially this low. We just wait. That's basically the 4 hour. Let's see what the daily look like. Let me take all this off. We got Scully on. Yeah. What's up, brother?
What's happening?
Man, you already know. You already know that nickname Arnold Palmer. You heard me?
Man, had a blast, bro.
Tiger Whoop.
That was a blast. Tiger Woo.
Right. So, just breaking down the charts right now. The daily is going into. It's not the strongest gap, so I'm learning to notify what are good gaps to even look forward to as far as filling. But you want to look for gaps that happen after it broke out of a strong resistance or support. So, say for instance, this right here, this created a gap and it broke resistance. So this would be something we would look for, something to either fill or potentially reject. Um, as we can see, it kind of created consolidation on the daily. Since then, it didn't it did fill it, didn't really reject it and continue higher. So we've been in consolidation really on the daily. And do I have that marked up? Kind of sort of. So yeah, we really didn't break out of the consolidation on the daily yet. So this one, I'm expecting it to at least potentially fill, if not, uh, just break through this and test these Rick rejections down here, and especially this low that got rejected, this ultimate low that took out all these wick rejections down here on the daily, and that was on June 7th, so still within this month. So the market is moving lower. Look like we broke past that little area on the 4 hour. Yep, I had that marked up. So yeah. Like I said, if we stay within this range, then the probability kind of lessens for us to hit our take profits. But if we break through this, then we have a higher probability of us hitting our take profit levels down here. So it's just a waiting game. The daily looks good, coming off of bearish engulfing too. Like I said, this bearish engulfing coming off the most recent high. I guess you could say in the second quarter. That's that high alone breaking out of this this consolidation right here. That high alone following the bearish engulfing created the force and the volume to sell into these lows, especially with the size candle it did. And I know this was NFP, but still, um, it's a nice sell-off. Look like we getting the same scenario. Not as strong as a breakout, but hopefully that's just signs of that we are not going higher. Because if the market would have wicked all the way up here, then I would have been, kind of cautious on any kind of selling because I was like, yeah, that's more of a retest or a retrace to continue higher potential. But if we continue lower and not only fill this gap we got here, but continue lower, then we do have major targets down here. But like I said, we would have to for sure take out our take profits, and we would need to see a daily close below these lows. We got a nice one here, but it was NFP. It wasn't like structurally sound after NFP, after CPI, after all that, after the dust settled. What the market gonna do now? Like it wasn't that move. It was an interject of volume. So that's what created that. So if we get a continuation down and then we get a close below on a daily, then we have a high probability of us hitting these bearish targets we got down here. And there are some old targets. We got targets from shout out to your birthday. We got a target from your birthday from November 14th. And then all the way from April 2020. We got gaps to reach. So we lined in. We ready for whatever. Like we got targets up here. So even this consolidation range that we have on the daily right here, let's see if I can grab it. Yeah, until we break out of that, we regardless, whenever we do break out of this, we have targets. We got areas that we know we can look to take profit or look to sell back into this area for maybe a bounce to a continuation or vice versa. Sell off, maybe it might come back into this area, add more sales, who knows? But we're ready for whatever. That's all that matters. All that matters at the end of the day. I'm gonna take this off because I just did this for social media purposes. Yes, sir. So it's a waiting game. We got. Let me see. Are we approaching the end of the month? We got one more week left, so which is this week. So let's take a look at the weekly too while we on here. See what's the potential direction that next week can head or this week can head into. Being that prior to this week, which is last week, the previous week created this long wick that took out this high. Also swept the low. If you want to zoom in, we swept this low probably before we went that high. So we swept that low, broke this high. So obviously, I would think that following week after this would probably continue higher, uh, and you know trade up for these highs. This week, what you think of having? You think we might continue with this pattern and go higher, trying to test these rejection wicks, or not? And we still got, still have targets up here that the market could reach up into, which is just at least a
Yeah, I was
6
about to say, man, it can easily return, reverse and buy back up to fill that wick.
facts.
You know.
So that's why I was being, another caution for these take profits, especially we don't like, signs of that 4 hour range that I was looking at. That's like key sign that we don't break out of that, then chances are we might not even hit these take profits, and chances are we might set up for a bullish engulfing, on the 4 hour potentially. And maybe potentially, I don't know if the daily would set us up with one. Yep, we could set up one on the daily also. So that would potentially create a bullish continuation, since that's the current, potential trend. It's still within this kind of range per se, but we we do, we swept the low, and not only that, it pushed this high to also sweep this high, so it damn near engulfed that candle. But so then one could believe, or would think to believe that we would continue with that trend, and who knows, we could sweep the high this week, you know, or we could continue higher with this, with this upward trajectory. But I'm kind of looking at the fact that this candle didn't go as high as up here. Like not only did it not go up as high as that, but it didn't even go up high as this week. Like for the past 3 weeks, it's been rejecting these highs. So maybe that's showing a sign of weakness. We'll see. As this weekly candle forms, we'll see. If this is
Yeah.
a high reach, or if this is going to be a nice setup for a bearish engulfing on a weekly. Got two green candles.
Fact. So you can possibly be in it early, from that daily engulfing.
Big fact.
So that can be good, but like Six said, once it starts to creep down into those take profit ones, not even the twos or threes, just that take profit one, I would like take a good bit, like 50% at
Oh
least.
yeah, for sure.
All like that's what a TP is a take profit, not like, oh, let me see what it does at a take profit. It's like,
I
no,
typically like to do like a 50-30-20 or a 50-40-10. If I'm taking profit and I'm letting the winner run, and I know I got at least about three or more, which you really should only have. Like if you got more than four, you don't want to have more than four, because the market probably gonna see a big retrace before you even get to the fourth, fifth, and sixth take profit zone. You feel me? So a good 2 to 3 is a good potential, especially for that current week you trade. You got to give it some higher expectation for the week to reach something, because I could have take profit 4 down here, 5, 6, 7, but is all that gonna happen probably in this week and the next week of July? Who knows? Maybe not. Maybe if this candle engulfs all these, then yeah, maybe I can lean more on that first week of July is gonna continue. But nonetheless, these first three are kind of more higher probability that we can reach those and kind of hit those in a nice little sweep down with no rejection. And not only that, it's before we get to these lows, what markets typically like to see rejection at a swing low. We'll see some signs of rejection before we break through it.
Yeah, no, I agree, man. That daily, I would need a daily engulf and some type of reversal happen on the daily for me to kind of switch it back around. But right now, it looks really good for sales. For I would say TP1, TP2 looks really good.
Facts. I only put TP3 down here because that's just basically calling this consolidation still true. So
Yes, I like that.
then we're gonna hit this low, and I put it above the low.
Right. Yeah. No, I like that.
I could easily put it right at the low.
Facts.
Yeah, that's exactly why I put that right there. Give it room to go. The month is gonna close soon. Let's see what that's looking like. So this is June. What you think? You think June will get a burst of energy at the end and create this kind of continuation from what May did?
We shall see. I don't see that happening, but I mean, what we have, the end of this week won't be like we won't get the new month in this week, right? It'll be next week.
Yes, you're right. Because when is that? That is on the 30th. Is Sunday. So yes, it will be the end of the month because July 1st is Monday. So
Okay.
it will. I mean, Friday would be the end of the month because the 30th would be Sunday, which will start the new weekly and new monthly candle.
Facts.
Yeah, so this is the last week. So this is gonna close out this monthly candle.
I mean, everything kind of plays out. It can reach all the way down, and then it can shoot all the way up. For the end of this week. So
I
yeah,
like to look at stuff like when has the scenario played out? Like when have you seen some sort of maybe like consolidation or whatever, especially going on look like we see a bearish trend and you see a bullish pop out and then a doji or indecision candle bearish for that fact kind of close on a monthly, like, and you can go back in time. I would say maybe something like this, but this is a different scenario because it's not in consolidation. It's kind of continuation, reaching a high, you know. Uh, this right here kind of looks like this.
yeah.
So I just be kind of looking at it just to see, history likes to repeat itself, and this is a monthly. So I'm looking. This is what 2016. You had to go all the way back then to find some kind of level of consolidation to see something like this. So yeah, man. I I'm gonna play with the fact that I'm not 100% sure that sales may play off. But if sales do play, I'm thinking it's gonna be a big sell-off. Like it's damn near gonna engulf whatever this bullish candle just did. I'm thinking something go happen crazy this week with volume. That's me. Or the sales are gonna continue because if I'm going just off the notion of looking at uh what history did, like typically we see when you see a bullish candle on a monthly for that matter breakout, the following candle kind of follows in the same form, meaning it's going to be a bullish candle. So if that plays out, I'll be ready for that. I'll be looking out for that. But nonetheless, if we do get a bearish candle, I'm probably expecting that whole to like close down here on the cool, like at least a 65 flat. Like I need to see some volume, like take out the current low type shit of the monthly, which would be on the weekly. Be like right around here. So the question is, can this candle fully engulf this week? That would look nice. So we shall see. We shall see. A whole lot of different scenarios. What it can, what it can't do. Who knows? But we here for it. Like I said, overall, I'm not expecting any of this to get touched unless we break out of this area completely. And with that being said, let's see what's going to give us volume to create that scenario. So we got news Monday evening at what, 7:30? We got Westpac consumer confidence for Australian dollar. Tuesday CPI at 8:30 for Australian dollar. Wednesday new home sales, 9 a.m., 9 a.m. USD, that's news for USD, new home sales. Thursday, durable goods, initial jobless claims, GDP growth. We got a lot of news releases, and it's crazy. They all hitting at 7:30 on Thursday, so that's gonna be crazy. Friday, core PCE, personal spending, Michigan's consumer sentiment, and personal income month over month. All coming out on Friday for USD at 7:30 again, and that Michigan consumer sentiment is at 9 a.m. So we got some heavy news coming out. I would say especially coming from Tuesday. Tuesday go pop it off. The CPI for Australian dollar following Wednesday with the new home sales at 9 o'clock in the morning and continuing into Thursday. So yeah, it's gonna be some volume. Definitely gonna be some volume.
Cool. Yeah, man. I love that. Perfect. Perfect for the market.
No, facts. Oh man. So overall, anything sticks out to you? Anything that stands out? How you viewing everything? You kind of taking it just one day at a time? Are you leaning heavy on sales? You still in sales?
I am still in sales,
Okay.
and sales look really, really good. If you look to the left on the on the 4 hour, daily, even the weekly, it looks good. So yeah, man.
Good.
Yeah, that's what I see for the most part, man. I mean, other things can happen, so if it does, then we'll see how things are looking, different opportunities. But yeah, right now it's sales.
I agree.
Yeah, what you think, man? What you're looking at? I mean, I know we kind of went over like both sides.
Just to be like super technical, like I said, I want to see how this range plays out going into the week. I would like to see it, a breakthrough for me to have more confirmation on these TPs getting hit. If not, this would probably potentially could be a sweet spot to add for to get out of sales and add for buys for that potential bullish close on the monthly, being that the monthly is about to close at the end on Friday, or really on Sunday. But I already know how they're gonna play that. I mean, well, Sunday the 30th, going into a close of July 1st, is gonna be that's a daily candle. The weekly candle is gonna start that. So yeah, the monthly candle probably won't close until Monday at midnight. So Sunday might still play into the close of the monthly candle, potentially. Like how we was talking about earlier.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying.
Talking about like the actual candle on the monthly time frame may not close until Sunday at Monday midnight.
Right.
Yeah, it midnight instead of Friday. So we still may have some volume, some just play in that close on Sunday.
Or will it be Monday 4 o'clock?
No, that's the daily candle.
True. Yep, you're right.
Yeah, that's the daily candle. The monthly already be started at midnight.
Facts.
Yeah, for July. So, but yeah, I'm looking for that. I'm looking to see it break out of this bearish, strong body, and just melt through this. I think all this is gonna be eight. I don't think it's gonna hang up here. I think the next spot it's gonna hang up is these lows right at this low. If it's either gonna bounce or it's just gonna melt and tank. Um, but that's what I'm looking for.
Cool. So are you looking for any type of reversals and retracements for buys to get in, or any like signal or something that happened on a lower time frame to get in?
Um, the 4 hour and the daily for buys, I would need to see. I would like to see, even if we start to see that now. Um, I would probably take off half of the trade of my sales, but of course, if we get like a 4 hour and a daily bullish engulfing in here, then yeah, I'm in buys off top. I just want to be in early because I'm going off of what I think the monthly candle's gonna close like, and the highs of that is, I know somewhere near up here. So let me see, when did it open? Open 66.53. So up here. So yeah, we get a bullish 4 hour engulfing. We get a bullish daily engulfing kind of setting up near here and don't even touch this low or even reach these TPs. But yeah, I'm a hop in. I'm a hop in buys and and just be early to the game and just wait it out. If not, then the 1 hour and the 4 hour is going to show me that those buys are not going to work out and they'll probably hang up, or they'll struggle to break through this high. Especially this high right here. Let me take this off. This high right here. After I see this, or if I see structure changing here and I'm in buys and I see it breaking through and it's okay, it's creating that bullish candle on the monthly. If it struggles to get here on the 4 hour and the 1 hour, we start seeing wick rejection and it's starting to sell off, then I either one may chill for the week, being that we closing out in the month, and I know we about to get into another NFP scenario. I may chill for the week and then wait for what you call them. Or I don't know. It'll have to be a strong, sweet, buttery type of entry. At the time frame we typically look for entries to get into another sale if I start to see it struggling. Because then that scenario start to be like, I start to think about consolidation if that happens. So I know that's a lot to just think about. That's a lot of if then, if then, if then. But overall, I'm I'm in sales, and I believe I'm just kind of playing the consolidation play on the cool. We took sales up here. I'm for sure looking to be out of this trade down here because I don't know if it's gonna break through. I may leave 5-10% of my trade on just to see. But other than that, yeah, I think we're gonna be in buys if we never reach this area. That's also my sidebar type shit. So that's where I'm at with that. And we just gonna monitor it, man, and keep updating it in the chat. Another reason why I may want to upgrade TradingView is also when I'm downloading my charts. I don't know if you know this. I don't know if you ever looked at them, but when I download the charts and save the pictures or whatever through TradingView and then post it on Telegram, it look fuzzy. It's not like that 4K actual screen quality. And I think they do that because you got a free account. So it'd be like little subtle differences that I wanna
Yeah, I don't even use TradingView, bro, that much. But yeah,
well,
I
you
need.
see, I be marking stuff up. So
Yeah,
and then again, like we all said, we could do all this on Oanda, and I'm probably needed to look into that and probably just go and do that and just be on that because that just come with it, like that advanced charting feature.
yeah.
you know, and just play with that. Because I can do the same thing I'm doing, because that's basically what it is. It's the same format.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the same exact format as TradingView. Same tools and all that. So I probably look into that for the future lives, and we'll just roll with that. Hear me? Be a little bit more transparent, you know, if anything.
Yeah, man. I like that. I like that. But yeah,
Yeah,
no, it's pretty clean.
yeah,
It's this weekend, so I like it. I like it. You can make it simple. It'll be a whole lot easier, man. You have to make it simple.
facts.
We can just go let this one, sit right and melt. If it kicked back, then we already see we kind of got close to that first TP. So
Yeah, we got close to it. Like I said,
yeah,
as long as we break out of that area, we'll hit it.
yeah.
Yeah,
And it's looking good. Like if you look at the 30 minute, like it looks good. So I always chop down. See when you start getting your signs of like, oh, maybe.
I see what you're talking about. Yeah,
Yeah, that's just a little kickback from when that 30 minute reached down all into that stuff. So yeah, let this candle and the next candle at 9 o'clock, if it doesn't drop down now, break past that. Like if it closes right now, let the next candle be bullish and break that be bearish
yeah,
and break that low on that bullish candle. And yeah, man.
yeah. I like looking at this. Yeah. So we'll keep everybody updated.
That's a bet.
All right, brother. Oh, shit, I'm gonna tap in with you. I'm gonna hit you after we get out this.
All right, that's a bet.
All right,
Peace.